Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Miami Dolphins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Kenyon Drake, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. He's going deep for Brown. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick, and I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Kwiatkowski not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
93.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And down to the 36-yard line here. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Carr going deep here for Bryant. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offs at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case,
Right, now,
the ball
Lucky
doesn't
56,
arrive.
Lucky 56!
They'll set up to throw. And to the left side here, Wilson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
They juked him. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Down! 185! Right down!
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Come here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing now is Carr. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Ballage. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Ballage. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense can gang up on the run and shut them down.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down.
Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Reggie Ragland with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And he whips that one incomplete there. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Sturgis adds the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. Take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He'll drop to throw. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Back to throw. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
To throw, it's Carr. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Carr now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, it went against the tendency and ran it. And, boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a 1st down.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Second and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. Play action. Now it's Carr. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Express. Hey, 734.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard. Leopard.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to wind up, air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Rashaan Melvin that time able to make the play. Well, earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rashaan Melvin. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
734. 618.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Now Carr. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man is Grant. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run here with Balazs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They run it with Balazs. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20, 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Card out a throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
29. Monday, down. 180.
Here's Carr. Buying time to his left. And he fires one, but incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Oh, twisting away. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and it's just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to...
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there, 83 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now it's Patterson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Daniels that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On second down, it's Drake. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Island over there. Single receiver. Watch 32.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Balaj. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Parker, the intended target. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Back now in Miami. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Now a play fake. Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
now, Barney! Barney!
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defense linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
808.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And Robinson with a big catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down. Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They toss to Freeman. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That's it, baby.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Oakland. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Again, it's Ballage. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now they try the right side here. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Oakland, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.